how can parents and schools collaborate in some cohesive way to
Mhm.
instill the values? Because at the end of the day, the buck still stops with the parent. Teachers come and
Absolutely.
go, but the
Yes.
parent will still be the one. Yes, his child may be in a primary school for 6 years or high school for 7 years, but the teachers are not the same throughout. They meet people with it all kind, but the parent is constant. So
Absolutely.
how can they build that relationship so it's not like they are loggerheads or they are enemies
Yes.
or all? Because sometimes, unfortunately, the press can paint a picture like
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
side is on that side.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you just, standing with the people, the parents who are of faith, what your teachers are teaching your children is for a lifetime. But what you're teaching your child, via faith is for eternity.
Hmm.
It's not just for a lifetime, it's for eternity. So that aside, putting that there, but when it comes to parents in school or children's in school, as parents, we have a due diligence to ensure that the schools we have decided our children to go to, that we as parents, we go to the parents' evening.
Hmm.
We join the boards, the governing boards. We join the PTA meetings. We go to the Christmas plays. We go to the sports days. Our voices are heard in our children's schools. Our presence are there in our children's schools.
Hmm.
We're talking to our children's teachers. If they're in secondary schools, we're talking to their heads of year. You want to know about particular curriculum that's being taught, go to the school and ask them, this particular curriculum, when is it going to be taught? I want to know when that day is to make sure my child's in school or my child is not, depending on what that curriculum is.
Yeah.
But if we're never in school, we never go to parents' evening, we don't go to the Christmas play, we don't go to sports day, we don't go to PTA, we don't put our name down to be a governor. When all these laws are being written in the schools and there's nobody there to speak up for your child, we can't then go into school with our banners and with our and say we don't want these things when you've never been a voice in the first place.
Hmm.
So we
Hmm.
have to make sure that we're involved in our schools, we're involved with our children's teachers. And if they're teaching things that you don't want your child to do or to be involved in, come professionally.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean you are a professional as in your job or whatever, but come with an attitude of respect. Come with an attitude of, I'm here to hear what you have to say, but at the end of the day, these are my children and the buck stays with me. I always tell parents, no matter what happens to your children, that's why I say, tell parents, you have to keep your child's purity, because once it's lost, nobody else cares. Your child's innocence. Once your child's
Hmm.
innocence is gone, nobody cares that it's gone. If your son gets a girl pregnant, nobody cares. If your daughter starts taking drugs, nobody cares. If your child ends up in prison, nobody cares. It's that buck lasts and stays with you. So things may be going on at school that you agree with, that you don't agree with. You as mom, you as dad have the final jurisdiction
Hmm.
on your children, what they learn and what they don't. You have that jurisdiction. And I know society and media makes it look like that parents are powerless. We are not. We are not powerless. In fact, we have the power.
Hmm.
But because it's made to look like the big brother has the power, we sometimes feel we have to cower or go to the back
Hmm.
burner or take a step back when really we need to be up front and in front when it's regarding our children.